YouTube gang, welcome back YouTube. Um, let me reduce this volume real quick. Yeah, so welcome back, and I want to thank you all for tuning in today. Um, so I've been working on some new things. I'm currently trying to sharpen up or resharpen my executions, my trading style, all that. And something I've noticed in my own system is the fact that I'm not really interested in taking 1 minute trades anymore because, well, I can start explaining the reason why I don't want to, but like I feel it'll be too long and I don't want to start moving into that right now. What I want to show you guys is what I've been working on. I think that's more better, than trying to like explain every single thing. Reasons why I don't want to take the 1 minute, charts as my entry zone anymore. But like, I'll give you guys one reason though. You can't be too like precision is very very flawed when it comes to trading. So you can't be very precise. And one thing with the 1 minute chart is you have to be precise. Your entries, your stops, your take profits, they have to be precise. Do you understand what I'm saying? Anyways, um let's look at this year. What year is this? This is something I worked on. This is fourth is what? April, right? I worked on April, and I started the account with 10,000. And let's see, where can I check my stats from? Yeah, so this is a start. The win rate you're seeing here is 16%. That's because I had just one trade as a winner. But like, same thing happened with my previous attempt too. I had, I think, like about a 70% win rate, and then the other one was 60 something there. Anyways, this is just one. I'm going to go through let's go through March. This is April. Let's do March. So I'm going to be showing you guys how I run through this whole thing, you know. And I mean, first things first is to go and check our calendar. So for March, from the 10th to 14th, which is the first week I'm trading, okay, this is how the calendar looks like, right? And right now, I don't think I'm doing anything until after CPI, so that I can be clear on the buyers and where I want price to go. So what I'll do is I'll come to the daily, mark out my levels, and wait for price to show its hand. As you can see, the weekly is bearish, the daily is bearish as well, the monthly is bearish, I think. Okay, no, the monthly is kind of bullish, and we're trading into this imbalance. That's the imbalance I can see. The only one left is maybe this one, but this one's rebalanced already. So just this imbalance I'm seeing respecting price, or price respecting. This is Monday. So let's wait for CPI. That's on Wednesday. So what am I looking at now in price? I'm looking at this imbalance from the daily. Mind you, we are bullish. We are bearish, sorry, right? We are bearish. I'm looking at that imbalance. I'm also looking at this over here. So this is what this is. This is 17th. Let's go and check 17th. I have FOMC. I don't want to do anything until after FOMC. That's how my trading is now, honestly. I'm looking for clean days of the week because those are the days that you see price move very smooth. When you have FOMC CPI, price is likely to hold its hand. Investors are likely to, sit on their hands until after maybe like Powell has said what he wants to do, or maybe Trump has done what he wants to do before they can actually like beat the market. I don't know if that makes sense. So I'll be moving into the market around after FOMC. Let's just see how markets moves. Depends on how the market moves, honestly. Let me check the 15-minute time frame. Sometimes it's very, very difficult to go about some of these things on the chart because like you don't know how this market actually is, so you can't actually say you want to start predicting or guessing. You have to just find what works and then just stay with it. So right now I think I've found out what goes well for me and what doesn't, and I have to now just sharpen up my edge. So this is Tuesday. Wednesday is FOMC. So we'll be doing something after FOMC. So I could take a short here though. Let me go and wait for my. I'll look for an entry from the 15 minutes. And when I take an entry, I'll explain why I took the entry there. Sometimes you might see setup, sometimes you might not. Or maybe this might be an example of one that you don't see a setup. But what my idea was I wanted to see price. I mean, for now we're respecting this imbalance here, but this is also a volume imbalance over here. So I wanted to see a setup, maybe taking out this liquidity, tapping into this volume imbalance, and then I'll see a short, targeting some internal range liquidities. But it doesn't seem like the case right now. I feel like I can take a short from here. I'm risking 2%. Okay, looks like we'll get stopped out. And if we get stopped out, I will look for a re-entry. So we got stopped out. We got stopped out, and if you go to the daily, looks like we're actually going to rebalance this imbalance. So what I'm going to do is I'll check the day of the week. This is 24th, 25th. This is 24th of March. That's on Monday. We have news on that day, so this should be a good week. Look at the news. We don't really have so much bad news this week, so let's watch and see. So all I'll be waiting for now is just to see a bearish setup, and then I might take the trade. So let's see. So I think I'll take this short from here. Let's see if this will be a good one. And if it doesn't, then we'll just flip over to the next month. That's how it is, honestly. Because I think I've understood this thing already, I swear. But like at the same time, I feel like I haven't. And why I say that is because whenever you think you've understood it, price just tends to just fuck you up. But I believe I'm onto something here. That's what I believe. We're stopped out again. Check the daily. So because I'm having like losses back to back, right? I would have something at the back of my mind just keep on telling me that, you know, maybe the strategy is not working, or maybe something is I'm not good enough, something like that. But like you just have to understand that these markets have their time. Sometimes they might move very nice. Sometimes they might just be very, very stagnant. This is my idea. My idea is I'm bearish on the daily. Price is moving on to inside this volume imbalance. I think is also going to be appearing on the one on the weekly. Exactly. So it's appearing on the weekly as well. And you can also see that there's a reason why it's going up. There's an imbalance over here as well. You can see it, right? So these are the things that price are going up to. So because your setup showed doesn't necessarily mean that you are meant to be correct. No, price will do exactly what it wants to do. And me, I will just keep on taking the trade until you know I can no longer take the trade. You understand? So we'll still wait for a setup. This was Tuesday. On Wednesday, we have Trump speaking by 4 p.m. I don't think that's a bad thing. So I think I can take this short. So I'm sure you guys already understand the idea of this trade. I don't need to explain it anymore. You see the idea from the weeklies imbalance. This is on Wednesday. I'm bearish. Price has been moving up, so I should see price drop now. Maybe from the middle of the week to towards the ending of the week, I should see price drop. That's my idea. I could be wrong, and then I'll lose, but that's totally fine. Because I lose, that doesn't make me a loser in life. You understand? Because that's one of the main reasons why people feel pain, because they lose, they will, project it to their life, and maybe they haven't really excelled in one field or the other. They will most likely think that, oh my god, I'm so terrible, I'm a bad person, I don't know this, I don't know that. Whereas you're just, you know experiencing bad times, which is totally fine and normal. My network is ass though. My network is ass. Give me a moment. Okay, we're back. So you already know the idea of this short, and I'll go over to here. I just hope this month will be good though, so that I can be able to show you guys something. But even if it's not, let's just watch. Let me go to the daily and check for where I want to set my exit. Well, I'm looking at one thing here. I'm looking at this void over here, one. I'm also looking at an imbalance inside here. So depending on your own appetite, do what you wish. But I'm going to go for the void because that's where price is likely going to draw to. Dude. Wow. Wow. Go over to the 4 hour. And don't forget, you could also still see setups for re-entries. I want to check if I could get a re-entry over here and then go short. Um do. I don't think I can see a re-entry though. Wow. So as you can see how it is, right? Just going straight to my TP. Um, can I get any entry? Any entry? Any entry? from the daily. I'm just trying to make sure that I can add to this position because that's one very good thing I have noticed with this kind of setups. I'm able to add to them. And one of the main reasons why I actually love this setup as well is because I'm following the higher time frame order flow. I'm also looking at how 15 minutes is also a higher time frame. So it's a strong higher time frame I'm going to be using for entries now. Not just the 1 minute. The 1 minute is too temporary. It can the highs and lows can actually be run quick and you'd be left, your ass just in your hands. So let's see if we can get any profits here. Let's see if price hits us out on TP and bam, that was it. I think that was an 8 hour trade, 8.7 hour, about $1,000, almost 2K. So can you guys see how it is? This is just all I've just been doing. And I just want you guys to have it at the back of your mind that there's always a way, no matter how hard things are, or no matter how easy things might seem, hard times will come, good times will come, and it all depends on on who you are at the time to body those things that come. Either it's euphorism or it's just complete apathy. Like you have the strong mindset to just keep on moving. Honestly, this is what I'll be doing from now on. I'll keep on refining, keep on working on things, keep on trying to just sharpen up my edge, and I'll most likely get a new account next week and see how it goes. But yeah, I would also show you guys how these things can actually work, the other way around. Maybe like when I journal and check some things, and I will see how bad things can actually be forming, and the things you do wrongly that affect you. That's something I'll do. I'll work on next. But for now, I think this is just enough to show you guys how to build your own system and what I've been working on. So yeah, I think that'll be all for now. So I'll talk to you guys next time. Stay safe.